are welcome to EduLight. Welcome you to EduLight. By God's grace, we are going to be looking at basic music theory for beginner. It's going to be a complete guide and at EduLight, which is very needful, which will be very useful for you as a clergyman, as a choir master, study guide. What we are expecting in this tutorial are music, noise, and property. 2. Musical sound and pitch. 3. Clef, staff, and ledger line. 4. Rhythm. 5. Dotted note, rest, and the tie. 6. The keyboard. 7. Sharp, flat, natural, semitone, and tone. 8. Key signature. 9. Time signature. 10. Tip about turning software. 11 is time and sign. And 12, how to read a hymn. I want to sit back as you enjoy the lecture. Study 1. Music, noise, and property. That is what we are going to be looking at under this study. So first of all, we want to know what music is. You must know what music is. In a simple definition, music may be defined as an arrangement of or the art of combining or putting together sound that please the ear. I want to take note of one thing: is sound that please the ear. Now, looking at noise on the other hand, is the combination or arrangement of sound which displease the ear, which is not pleasing to the ear. So another man music is another man noise. Just like when the children are playing with things, to them it's a music, but to the adult that is listening to them is a noise. So another man music is another man noise. Now let's continue by looking at property of tone. Property of tones are a music tone has 4 properties. A music tone has property: pitch, duration, intensity, and quality. These are music property of tones. We continue by looking at pitch. Pitch is that property which has to do with the highness or the lowness of sound. The sensation of highness or lowness is the ear response to the frequency of the vibration of the sound body. The faster the vibration are, the higher the pitch will be, and the lower the vibration, the lower the pitch. Duration is the length of time for which the tone sound. Intensity is the property the ear perceives as the loudness or the softness of sound. Quality is the characteristics property which enable one to distinguish the sound of the violin from that of the human voice, or that of the flute from that of the piano. It is often referred to as the timbre, tone quality, or tone color. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. Study 2. Musical sound and property. Study 2. Musical sound and property. Musical sound and property. Musical sound are represented by notes to show not only their duration, that is how long or short, but also their pitch, which means how high or how low the sound. So we are going to talk about these lines when times come. But for now, I just want to show when a note is at this first place, is showing that the lower pitch, this note is showing that it's on high pitch. So pitch is shown by 7 letters of the English alphabet, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These letters are used over and over again in ascending order. When one gets to the end of the musical alphabet, one starts all over again. At the course of this tutorial, we understand more and more. Now, note that of course there are many notes in the piano or any musical instrument with definite pitch. Only these 7 letters are used to represent all of them. For example, the lower key on most piano is an A, as we can see below. The white note immediately next to it on its right is called B. As you can see, the one next to B is called C. The other note follow in that order of the musical alphabet, as we have seen it here. The diagram below can illustrate this. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We start again just as we have said the other time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it continues on and on like that. Notice that the black key alternate in 2 and 3. That is, there is a group of 2 black keys followed by a group of 3 black keys and separated by 2 white keys. All these other keys in between the black keys, 2 black keys, the 3 black keys, are white. This is the white, two black key. If one wants to find the note C, for example, one must look for a group of two black key. A group of two black key. This and this is our C. C is found to the left of them. Two black key. C is found to the left of them. If we want to find key D, we must look between the two black key, while E is to the right of the two black key. Is E between the two black key, and to the right of two black key is E. Let's continue. Observe that one C is 8 notes away from another C. So a C like this to this one is 8. Since it's 7 alphabet, so this is 8. One C away from another C is 8. And one D is 8 notes from another D. Similarly, one F is 8 notes from another F. And so on. Notes of the same letter name, therefore, are said to be an octave apart. So from this C to this C is an octave. So when you move from this C, you are moving. If you are moving to this to this C, you are moving to another octave. By the time you leave this place, you are moving to another octave. From this A to this A is an octave. When you are moving away to this place, you are moving away from to another octave. That is what we are talking about in this place. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. Study 3. Clef, staff, and ledger line. Clef, staff, and ledger line. Musical signs which show pitch are called notes. When they are written on paper, they are said to be notated. However, in music, 5 horizontal lines are used to show this notation. 5 horizontal lines are used to show this notation. The 5 lines are called a staff, or it can also be spelled like this. And they are drawn like this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines. That is 5 lines. And again, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting the space, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 spaces. Our staff, therefore, is having 5 lines and 4 spaces. Our staff is having 5 lines and 4 spaces. So staff is what is having 5 horizontal lines and also 4 spaces. That's our staff. So let's continue. The lines are counted from the bottom. The lines are counted from the bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thus, the bottom line is counted as the first. This one. Note that although there are 5 lines, there are only 4 spaces. Clef. We have to look at staff now. Clef. In order to give name to notes written on the staff, a clef has to be used at the beginning of the staff. At the beginning of the staff. This is a clef. This is called G clef, treble clef. This is treble clef, bass clef. This is also called G clef, F clef. This is treble clef or G clef, bass clef or G clef. So a clef therefore can be described as the key or clue to the kind of notes that are written on a staff, 5 lines and 4 pieces. Notes that are written without an opening clef or key are without a name. They are meaningless. Therefore, that is talking about the importance of clef. There are 2 clefs, as we can see here in this example, used for keyboard, organ, or piano. You see, a treble clef is used for the upper or higher notes on the keyboard, while the bass clef is used for notes on the lower part. This is bass clef, this is treble clef. At the same time, we know that it's also called F clef or G clef. Treble clef. In order to give name to notes written on the staff, a clef has to be used at the beginning of the staff. At the beginning of the staff, a clef must be written there so that we'll be able to name them. So here is the treble clef on the staff. This is a treble clef on the staff. Treble staff. We can call it treble staff. So the staff is now known as the treble staff. Notice that the clef coil around the second line of the staff. This is coil around the second line. Fixing that line as the G line. That's why we call it G clef. Practice writing the treble clef with that line now fixed as G, this place. Very important. It is easy to fix the names of all other lines and space. The name of each of the 5 lines, the name of each of the 5 lines are shown below. Together with the space, learn the note of this line by saying this memory aid. Every green bush dry fast. Or every good boy deserves food. Every good boy does fine. These are just for us to remember. The notes in space can be spelled out face. Face. Just for remember. Online we have E, G, B, E, F. So every good boy does fine. We can use that one to remember the name of the line on the treble clef. Or we can call it every good boy does fine. Every good boy deserves Fanta. Just for us to be able to remember the name of this line, and for us to remember the name of the space at the treble clef, G clef. So it is called face. So because we call this one G clef, we call this thing that called round G, and that's why we also call treble clef G clef. bass clef. The bass clef generally written as this. Practice written the bass clef and place the 2 dots. Look at the 2 dots. It's very important. You place the 2 dots in the 2 last space. Below are the name of the lines and space in bass staff. This is our bass staff. These are the name G, B, D, E, F. That is the name of the line. And the name of the space is A, C, E, G. The names of each of the 5 lines are shown below, together with the page, just as we make mention of it in our previous slide. Learn the name of each of the line by saying this memory. 8. Green bush drive fast, always. Green bush drive fast, always. Or good boy deserve Fanta, always. Notice online. The note online. For the note for the space, you can use this one to remember all cow eat grass. For note in space. So green bush drive fast, always. Green bush drive fast, always. You can use it to remember this line. So use as a reminder also, you can use good boy deserve food, always. Good boy deserve Fanta, or just use the one you can remember that will remind you of the name of lines of bass clef, which otherwise known as F clef. Because why do we call it F clef? Is because of these 2 dots. And that's why I'm calling it F clef. And the name of the space to remember is all cow eat grass. So you can use it to remember the name of the space of bass clef or F clef. From now on, notes will be used to show the musical sound on the staff. Remember the staff, 5 lines, 4 spaces. The middle C is placed at the top of the bass staff. At the top of the bass staff, middle C will be at the top of the bass staff and at the bottom of the treble staff. That one is clear. Any note which is placed on any of these lines, take its name from that line. From now on, note, as we said earlier on, will be used to show the musical sound on these tabs. You can see this is E. This is G. Here are the notes of both staff. Practice reading them over and over again until you know them very well. You see, every green bush drive fast. That is what you use as a reminder. Face as a reminder for treble clef is G clef. For bass clef, F clef, green bush drive fast, always. I use it to remember it. And all cow eat grass. And the name, this is E. If you are looking for E, this is E. You are playing E. This is where on paper, this is how you are going to get your E here. For the bass clef, you get your E on the 3rd space. If I want to play F on the treble clef, you get it on the space, 4th space, 4th space, and last line. And on the bass clef, on the bass, get it on the 4th line. Ledger line. Notes that are above or below the staff are always placed on a short additional line. Short additional line. You can see there. Short additional line. Known as ledger line. Middle C, for example, as we earlier explained in the last slide, is always written on a ledger line. So you can see that these are ledger line. They are additional line that is not included with the 5 line and first piece. So those lines are called ledger line. Ledger lines that are added to the staff follow the same order of naming the note. Line, space, line, space. The same method, the same order of naming is going to follow. They are also written within equal distance. That is, from the notice from the staff. Notice that A, B, and C. A, B, and C in the first example are as well as E, D, and C in the second example. The second example are all written on ledger line. So these are a ledger line. This note A is on ledger line. So if we start like this, these are E. So continue like that. Continue counting like that. Is going to maintain the same order all through. Grand staff. Both staff are used together in piano music, but when a special line is used to include middle C, then the staff is referred to as grand staff. A grand staff, it should be pointed out that all the notes below are fixed pitch names. They never change. Any note which is placed on any of the line take its name from that line. So any note that is placed on the line take its name from the line. Like you can say G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Continue D, E, F, and on like that. This is just representing bringing everything together. But you have no word you can use to as a reminder. Every good word does fine. Walk out with grass, face, and all the rest of that. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. For the 4, read it. Now, read it. We all are familiar with sound of rain falling and different sounds in and around us. Pata, pata, pata. Or soldier marching left, right. Left, right. Similarly, you may have also heard the sound of the clock. The sound of the clock as it goes tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, or listening to the sound of the pounding of yam, pounding of yam in a mortar as it's going up, down, up, down, up, down, and all these ones have they maintain a rhythm. At a down, we hear the drummer as he beats out his music on a drum with a definite boom, boom, boom sound. In each of these examples, what we hear is the steady movement with regular beat of strong, weak, or strong, weak, strong, weak. This steady movement is called rhythm. Say, in music, rhythm can be defined as the movement or flow of musical sound. These sounds are written down by the use of symbols or notes, which show their duration or length. This table that we are drawing here will explain to us what we are talking about, which is I encourage us to learn and practice. Symbol, English name, American name, duration name for the note we are talking about. This one is called semi-brief. Whole note, vocal. This one that we are drawing now is called mini. Half note, to count. This one also that we are drawing that the edge being shaded is called crochet. Quarter note, one count. This one that have like a flag or quiver. 8th note, half count. And this other one is semi-quiver, 16th note, and quarter quiver, and quarter count. This one also is called semi-quiver, or 2nd note. And this is the count. Take note of all this. Take note of all this, as that is one of the things you must know and take note of in music. The table below shows the number of notes contained in one semi-brief and the relationship between the other notes. These are semi-brief, as we see in the table in our previous slide. This is the count 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is our meaning. So 2 meaning make one semi-brief. So 2 crochet make one meaning, and 4 crochet make one semi-brief. Now 2 quiver make one crochet, while 4 crochet make one meaning, while 8 meaning make one quiver. So on and on like that, as we begin to write down to semi-quiver and semi-quiver, we begin to go down like that. So that is how we can see the duration of this could be this. Just as we can have a semi-brief sound for 4 hands, similarly, we can have equivalent semi-brief silence for 4 hands. This silence is called rest. This silence is called what? Rest. Each of the above notes discussed as an equivalent rest. Semi-brief, as earlier discussed, this is the symbol for rest of semi-brief. For meaning, this is the symbol for the rest. For crochet, this is the symbol for the rest. For quiver, this is the symbol for quiver. And semi-quiver, this is the symbol of rest for semi-quiver. Semi-quiver, this is also, you can see it's having 3 flags, while this one is having 3 flags, 2 flags and 2 flags. This is the rest. There. Let's continue. You understand better what we're talking about. The part of a quiver note. The quiver note are smaller note value are made up of 3 parts. Head, the head. This one, the head. That's one. Stem. This is the stem. The flat. This is the flat. Part of a quiver. It is immaterial whether the stem of meaning, crochet, quiver, etc. be turned up or down. We are going to see what we are talking about in this diagram. I'm going to explain to us well. 1. When written any single note with a stem and the stem go up, go down, and the stem go down, and the one we are seeing here, on the left side of the note, head. When the head is above the 3rd line, above the 3rd line of the staff, the stem will go down. Then the stem will go up, like the one we are seeing here. On the right side of the note, when the head of the note is below the 3rd line, is below this 3rd line. If the note head is on the middle line, the stem will either point upward or downward, like what we are seeing here. For more understanding, take a look at this. Note head, this one, is above the middle line. Above this line. Stem go up. Stem go down. Stem go down. Note head below the middle line. Step go up. Note head on the middle line. Step go either up or down. Irrespective of the direction of the stem and the flag are for quiver note of smaller value, that e.g. semi-quiver will always be on the right side of the stem. It is immaterial whether the stem or meaning, crochet, quiver, etc. be turned up or down, we learned earlier. When treating any single note with a stem, the stem go down on the left side of the note edge when the edge is above the third line of the staff. Above the third line of the staff, the stem will go up. The stem will go up. The stem will go up on the right side of the note when the head of the note is below the third line. The stem will go up. If the note head is on the third middle line of the stem, we either point upward or downward. Either point upward or downward. Exception: the above stem rule do not hold in harmony written in which soprano note stem go up. This is soprano note go up irrespective of the line or space on the treble staff. Alto note go down on the treble staff. Tenor note stem go up on the bass staff, while bass note go down on the bass staff. When two or more quiver, semiquaver, etc. occur in succession, it is usually for them to be grouped together by a heavy line called beam in place of the individual flag. If the note have more than one flag, if they have more than one flag like the one we are seeing here, they may be replaced by an equal number of beams. Here, this is a flag. It's going to be written like this together. It's two. It's going to be written like this. This having one flag, two flag, two flag is going to be written like this. Having dot and two flag and one flag is going to be written like this. I think that one is clear. Note. Note. Rest as sign or characters which indicate silence or temporary suspension of sound, as we earlier discussed. Each one corresponds in time value to one of the notes already learned, and therefore has the same duration or length as this note. Let's take a look at this note rest description. Note rest and their description. Look at this note. This note is called brief. No, we have discussed about semi-brief. This is brief. This is the rest. This is the rest for this note called brief. Description for this rest fills the whole of the third page. I believe you can see that. This is semi-brief. You can see the rest sign. A black rectangle mark hang usually from the fourth line. It hang on the fourth line. Why the meaning is the rest. Symbol for the rest. Symbol for the rest. This rest fills the rectangle black mark. Sit on the third line. This is our crochet, and this is the sign for the crochet. The sign for the rest of crochet. The rest look like an inverted letter Z. or look like 7 wrongly written. And this is our quiver. So our quiver, this is the rest, a stem, and one of the flags that look like figure 7. Look at our semi-quiver, a stem and 2 flags. Observe that the 2 flags are in place 2 and in space 2 and 3 of the staff. 2 and 3 of the staff. Look at this, our semi-quiver, a stem and 3 flags, and on like that. Bar line. Bar line. A bar line is a vertical line which is used in grouping music up into a bar or measure. A bar line is a vertical line which is used in grouping music up into a bar or measure. A double bar line, therefore, consists of 2 lines which indicate the end of a music. The beginning of a new bar is always counted as the first beat. Note that between one bar line and another, we have a bar. This is a sort of division or compartment for the note. Let's take a look at this. Clap. As you look at this, this 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double bar line. This is what is indicating the hand. Okay. Clap the rhythm above once more, while counting aloud steadily as so. Try and feel the regular pulse of the music. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on like this one. If we're going to look at this one, we're having a crochet here. Crochet. This is 4 crochet, 4 crochet, 4 crochet. Because the note in each bar must be equal to each other. So the note in bar 1 is 4. So that means the note in bar 2 must be 4. The note in bar 3 must be 4. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. For the 5, dotted note, rest and part. Dotted note and rest. The duration of any note or rest may be increased by adding one or more dots after it. A single dot after note or a note or rest make it last half as long again. 1.5 times its normal length. This is a dotted note. Rise that note half a bit. Just as we are looking at this semi-brief. I'm looking at this dotted semi-brief is equal to 1.5 times semi-brief. So it rise the note half a bit. Look at the rest of crochet. Putting this again, it rise the note the rest half a beat. So for you to understand very well, if you look at this semi-brief, semi-brief will be is equal to 2 minutes. But if it's now having dotted note, then the dotted note you made the semi-brief become 3 crochet. I believe that one is clear. Again, in order, we are going to look at this semi-brief, meaning crochet and quiver. Again, in order, a dotted note is 3 times as the next note. A dotted note is 3 times as the next note. Let's look at this one. Is this, and it's 2 meaning. Why dotted note is equal to 3 meaning, as earlier discussed. Then we are having meaning. That means we're going to be 3 crochet. 3 crochet. Why a dotted meaning become 3 crochet? Undotted meaning is 2 crochet. Why a dotted meaning is 3 crochet? Why the crochet itself is 2 quiver. Why a dotted crochet will be equal to 3 quiver, and on like that. 2 dots placed after a note make it 3/4 as long again. 2 dots placed after a note make it 3/4 as long again. Like this note, 2 dots will be equal to the crochet itself, that is note, then half of this plus this, then plus this one, make it increase it in 2 places. That's what we are having this. Let's take a look at the table. That 2 dots placed after a note make it 3/4 of that note. And then you can also see here, make it 3/4 of that note. This is 2 dots 10 notes of crochet, and its pricing will be this. Make it 3/4 of that note. You will observe that the second dot adds up the value of the first dot. The second dot adds up the value of the first dot. That is quiver of the original note. The use of more than one dot is found in some piece of music, but not very common. Dotted note and tie. Use of dotted note and tie. A dot placed after a note make that note half as long as before. If a dot placed after a note, rise that note half a bit. Just as earlier discussed. So a dotted meaning we receive 3 counts. If a meaning is 2 counts, then a dotted meaning therefore will be equal to 2 plus 3, and it's going to be 3 counts. That is, the whole meaning in addition should have its value. Similarly, a dotted semi-brief gets 6 counts. Remember that the dot takes half the value of the note. The semi-brief, because of this dotted one, will be 4. plus 6 making of 2. 4 plus 2 making it 6 count. Digits can now be written to include dotted notes. Digits can now be written to include dotted notes. Let's take a look at this chart. By having 3, 4, which we are going to discuss later, this means 3 crochet beads in each bar. Remember we said the other time that the number of notes in each of the bar must be equal. This one is we having here 3 beats. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And here we are having 1, 2, 3. This is 3 beats in each bar. So we are now adding a dot to this. This is 1, 2 already. The dot make it 3 beats. And this one is 4, 4. We are going to learn it in the pure class. So, and how do we say this? Is 4 crochet beats in a bar. And this we are having 1, 2, 3. The dot make it 3. Ordinarily it's supposed to be 2. And this one making it 4 beats complete. And this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is 2, this one is 2. That's why it's 4. And this one also making crochet. And it's dot rising half a beat plus this complete the arc. This rise half a beat plus this complete the arc. And get this is semi-break, 4. I believe you understand. So each bar is balanced because there is 4 each bar. A note can be made to sound longer by means of a half line called a tie. A note can be made to sound longer by means of a half line called tie. For example, 2 crochets can be tied together to sound like a meaning by means of tie. Let's take a look at this chart. So this is crochet. When you tie together, it will sound like meaning. Now, a dotted crochet, when it's a dotted note, can always be written using tie. And this one now is 2. When you add 1, it becomes 3. So you can as well write like this and put tie instead of the dotted note. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. For the 6, the keyboard. The keyboard. The keyboard. The keyboard. We shall use the keyboard to study sharp, flat, and natural. The keyboard of a piano or organ is the whole row of black and white keys on which a finger are placed in place. And this you can see. You play just as you see in this illustration. When you are playing like this, you are playing. The tone is becoming low. You are playing like this, the tone is becoming high. The white key are named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet. This is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That is the name of those keys. Now, when we play from left to right, as we can see in the diagram, on the keyboard, we are going up the pitch. We are going up the pitch. As we play from right to left, the note becomes low, as you can see here. The black key of the piano and organ, the black key of the piano and organ are in group of two, and three. Group of 2 and 3. The white key on the left of the two black keys is called C. Between the two black keys is called D. White E to the right of the two black keys. The white key on the left of the three black keys is called F. Three black keys called F. And G follow. And A are inside, and B is on the right of the three black keys. I believe this is clear and it's well seen. Note an octave apart. Notice an octave apart from each other have the same letter name, e.g., we have discussed it earlier. AA is one octave. CC, between this is an octave. This one, G, between this is an octave, etc. A standard piano keyboard has 7% octave. Every note on the treble and bass staff and also on the ledger line are corresponding key on the keyboard. So as we continue continue the study of our keyboard, looking at our treble clef, together with the bass clef, and combining the note and making it in line with middle C. I think you can see that. So remember, we are also going to use the keyboard to study sharp, flat, and neutral. As we have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. Study 7. In study 7, we're going to be looking at sharp, flat, and neutral in conjunction with semitone and tone. As I said, we are going to be looking at sharp, flat, and neutral, semitone, and tone. That is what we are going to be looking at under this study. The different increase or decrease in pitch between any two adjacent keys on the keyboard is half a tone, that is semitone. The interval, that is distance between two adjacent white keys or black, is a tone, except between E and F or B and C. That is, as we can see in the keyboard below. From this place, this key, white key, to this black key is semitone. From this black key to here is semitone. That is, from one key to another key is a semitone. From this key to one key is a semitone. You can see that no key in between. From this white key to this white key is semitone. From this black to this semitone. From this place to this place is semitone. Why? From here to here is a tone. Is a tone because there is one black key in between. And from here to here, from this black key to this black is a tone because we have one white key in between. From this white key to this black key is a tone because we have this in between. From this black key to this black key, we have one white in between. From this one to this one, we have a in between. Like from this white key to this white key, we have one black in between. It's a tone. So the interval distance between two adjacent white key or black key is a tone, just as we have explained below, except between E and F or B and C, like E and F, there is no tone. So it's not a tone like this one, B and C. You can see there is no tone in between. I believe you understand what we mean by tone and semitone. So as we earlier explained, about tone and semitone by using our keyboard, it must always be remembered that it requires two notes. It requires two notes. Two notes like this. Two notes like this. Two notes. One white, one black. One white, one black. Black. Or two white to make one semitone. But three. Two white, one black. Or two black, one white to make a tone, just as we have seen in the example above. Therefore, two semitones is equal to one tone, as we see here displayed. The white key on the keyboard are called natural. Why? The black keys are sharp. Black key are sharp, and this is the sign here, and flat, and this is the symbol for flat. This is the symbol for sharp. None of the black key has the name of its own. None of the black key have the name of its own. The name of the black keys is taken from that of the natural key, to the left or to the right, just as we have seen in this place. Any black key is called the sharp of the natural to the left, or the flat of the natural key to the right of it. If you take a look at this illustration here, you can see if you move to this place, we have C sharp, which is, you can see the sharp here, C sharp. This is the name of this black. It's called C sharp, and at the same time, it can also call D sharp. You can also call this one can be D sharp or E flat, and on like that. We understand it in the next slide. So as we are saying in the previous slide, from the above you will note that a sharp place before a note rise the pitch of that note by one semitone. That is, when you play the sharp with C, it rises it by one semitone. A flat place before a note lower it by one semitone. When you place a note here, it lower it, go down. That's why we're having D sharp here. That's why the name of this white key is C. the name of this black key, it can either be C sharp or D sharp, because it's rising, it's making C sharp, it's lowering, it's become a D sharp. So when it become high, it become D sharp, this black key, or E flat, and on like that. In continuation, in this way, each black key may represent a sharp or a flat. Each black key may represent a sharp or a flat. As we can see here, C sharp is equal to D flat. C sharp is equal to D flat. At the same time, D sharp is not here, is equal to B E flat, etc. It's one of that. Note, which sound alike but are differently notated are said to be a harmonic. The natural is a sign which take away or cancel a sharp or a flat used after it. Get it right here. The sharp is a sign. The natural is a sign which take away or cancel a sharp or flat used before it. Note, the difference in shape between the sharp and natural is this. This is how sharp look like, and this is how natural look like. They look alike, but there is difference. I believe you can see the difference between the sharp and natural. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. For the 8th key signature. Key signature, which is very important. You must pay a close attention to this, because you must know this. It's one of the key things that you must know in music. Key signature. A key signature consists of sharp or flat sign placed after the clef. Remember the treble clef and bass clef, that is G clef and this. So now, this is our sharp, one sharp here, and this is called G major. And see now, it's after the clef. This is G sharp on the treble clef and the bass clef. And also, D major is having two sharp, this one on the treble clef and the bass clef. A major is having 3 sharp. I will see it now on treble clef and bass clef. So this table scale, this table below, this table will give all the scale, the major scale, but we want to focus mainly on major. Minor, you can go through it yourself, and this the key, the sign. So this one is just for you to memorize. It's just a shortcut for you to just have in your to memorize the when you see on paper on the music sheet, that when you are seeing C major, if it is C major, you will not see any sharp or flat on your treble clef or bass clef. With your treble clef or you will not see it on the staff. So C has no sharp or flat. If it is G, it's having one sharp. If you are seeing one sharp on your piece of music, that is telling you that you are reading G major. D major is having 2 sharp. A major is 3 sharp. When you see 3 sharp, that means that piece of music is telling you you are reading A major. And E major, you have seen 4 sharp. That is telling you that it is E that is on the paper. It is E that is on the paper. So when you look at B major, it's having 5 sharp. And this, as you can see here, and you see this F major. So it's 6 sharp. As you can see here, when you go to C sharp major, it's having 7 sharp. As you can see here. So when you are seeing this number, you see 1 sharp, it's telling you that you want to read. So, all thoughts, we are going to have another tutorial that is going to explain to us how we can actually sight read, how you can read, how we can know we are going to stand our do or re on our staff. So now, as touching the flat, so if you see the F major is having 1 flat, so B flat major is having 2 sharp. E also is having 3 sharp. It's common to when you come to some hymns. It's majorly some hymns are set with this E flat. Then A flat major is having 4 flat. D major, E flat major is having 5 sharp. And note that your G is having 1 sharp. Then you have to just add 5 to it to make it 7. That means it's going to be having 5. It's going to be having 6 flat. So like your E here, you're having 3 flat. So for you to get it, just the minus 3 from 7 is going to be 4. So our E will be going to be having E flat. So if you add the like now we're having our G is 2 flat. So you can, if you want to get it, just add this together. It's going to be 7. So this is just try and memorize it. We are going to see have a tutorial, a separate tutorial that will talk more about key signature. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. To study 9. Time signature. Time signature is also very important for you to know, because that is essence of you reading a note, just sight singing or sight playing. So a time signature consists of 2 figures placed at the beginning of music to indicate how many counts. Understand how many counts there in each bar. I believe you will understand when we have learned about bar, as music are grouped on paper, they are grouped into bar. So the top figure indicates the number of beats for each bar. I have made mention of this before. While the lower figure show the value of the beat. The following example are bars having 2 beats and 3 beats respectively. So looking at this carefully, you can see that this is our crochet. It's having 2 crochet beats in a bar. And if you are plotting like that, it's going to be 2 crochet beats in a bar. It must be balanced, just as what we have said in previous class. So looking at this one, is having 2 meaning beats in a bar. And this is what this piece of music is telling us: 2 meaning beats in a bar, 2 crochet beats in a bar. And this one is talking about 2 quiver beats in a bar. 2 quiver beats in a bar. Now, coming down here, is also telling us that we are having 3 crochet beats in a bar. Now this one, as we have said the figure indicates the number of beats. Understand? So this top figure is talking about 2 crochet beats in a bar, and why the top figure here is talking about 3 meaning beats in a bar. And looking at this one also is talking about 3 crochet beats in a bar. So I believe you understand it. We're just talking about the top figure. So now, the coming slide, we're going to be talking about both together, that we understand that this one is talking about indicating the number of beats. Why the one that talk about value on the previous slide, we are going to talk about the down one, which indicates the value for the beat. When the crochet is the beat, 4 is placed as the lower figure. Understand? When the crochet is the beat, 4 is placed at the lower figure. When the meaning is the beat, 2 is the lower figure. And when the quiver is the beat, 8 is the lower figure. Get that right now. 8 is the lower figure. When it's the crochet, 4 is the lower figure. When it's meaning, 2 is at the lower figure. When it is quiver, 8 is at the lower figure. Each of these bar will now be written to reflect 2 figures. Now look at this now. This is 2 crochet beats in a bar. Look at this now. This one is telling us that since we are having crochet, it's mean 2 crochet beats in a bar. 4 is representing crochet. 2 is representing the number of beats, the number of crochet beats. 2 is the crochet beat. Now 2 crochet beats in a bar. So this one is 2 meaning beats in a bar. Remember that 2 as a value is representing meaning. 2 meaning beats in a bar. Why 8? The lower figure is representing quiver. Now it's telling us 2 quiver beats in a bar. So and on like that. And look at this one, 3 crochet beats in a bar. Remember what we said here, that crochet, if it's crochet, it's going to be 4. If it's meaning, it's going to be 2. If it is quiver, it's going to be 8 at the lower figure. And look at this now. This is 3 meaning beat in a bar. The lower figure is telling us it's meaning. And look at this one. The lower figure is telling us that it's a quiver. So we're having 3 quiver beats in a bar. I believe that is taken, is clearly understood. A time signature, e.g., so that's having 3 crochet beats in a bar. No 4, 3 crochet beats in a bar means, therefore, that there are 3 crochet beats in each bar. That piece of music, the time signature is not changing. It's going to be 3 crochet beats in each bar for that piece of music. Similarly, 3 meaning beats means that there are 3 meaning beats in each bar. While we look at the lower value, isn't that this lower value also means that there are 2 crochet beats in each bar. If it is 4 that is under its crochet, if it is 2 that is under its meaning, if it is 8 that is under it is quiver. Note that when writing a time signature, no line is put in between, because this is not mathematics. This is music. No line will be in between the 2 figures as fraction. The time signature have been described as simple because a single note, meaning crochet or quiver, represent 1 beat. A simple time signature is also one whose beat can be divided by 2. That is, a meaning can be split into 2 crochet. And crochet can be split into two quavers. A simple time signature as figure 2, 3, or 4 as the upper figure. That is a simple time signature as 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, or 4 as upper figure. Any other number, e.g., 6 or 8, as the upper figure will be wrong. For simple time signature. Then, to continue the knowledge about time signature, we have here double, triple, and quadruple time. It's in simple duplet time, there are 2 bits in each bar. There are 2 bits in each bar. As we can see here, 2 crochet beats in a bar, 3 crochets in a bar. In simple triplet time, there are 3 bits in each bar. That is 3 crochet beats in a bar, or 3 meaning beats in a bar. While in simple quadruple, there are 4 bits in each bar. That is 4 crochet beats in a bar, 4 minute beats in a bar. Each of the above time signature can now be described like this. Can now be described as 2 crochet beats in a bar, simple double. Simple double mean crochet beats in a bar. This is 2 crochet beats in a bar, simple, because it is 2, that is the upper figure. That is why it's a simple dupe. When it's 3, it's with simple triple. It's 3 crochet beats in a bar, simple triple, which is 3 meaning beats in a bar, 4 meaning. That is why it's simple to 4 crochet beats in a bar, and also 8 quiver beats in a bar. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. Study tip about sonic surfer. Tip about sonic surfer. When we tip about sonic surfer, it's just for us that we want to use sonic surfer, because it's not, you don't know if the piece is high or is low. That is why, or the duration of the beat, and that is essence of us want to study about just a sonic surfer. So 1 beat, notes and rest. This 1 beat here. This is sign 1 beat when you are using your surfer. This is the rest of 1 beat, and this one determines the time signature. So this one is half beat. This is 4 for high beat, for quarter beat. This is the rest, and the quarter beat, this is this, and half beat, this is this, 1.5 beat. This is the sign for them, for how to know that this is the duration of that surfer. 2 beats, this is how 2 beats look like. This is the rest. 3 beats, this is going to be 3 beats. So 4 beats, this is 4 beats. This one or this one. So, or this one. So what determines, is time signature. We determine the kind of beat. This beat, the note is not is irrespective of the note. The time signature will determine the number of beats in each bar. So, and these are how to indicate the duration of your sofa note. Duration of your sofa note. Then, as we continue, one of the problem encountered in the use of turning sofa notation has to do with pitch. Just like we see duration in the other slide, but here we are talking about one of the problems you going to encounter when you are writing sofa is the pitch, especially when the note of a given piece belong to more than one octave. If it belongs to more than one octave, you can see this is normal octave. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That is no. Now, if it's upper octave, that a small mark above the turning sofa means that note should be sung in the next octave above unmarked octave. This unmarked octave, this if you have note above like this, it's going to be sing above the normal octave. And similarly, a small mark below the turning sofa means that the note should be sung in the next octave below unmarked octave. This one will sing below the normal octave. I think we have knowledge about this in our previous lecture. So this is normal octave. This one will move high as we move to the next octave. The octave ahead. So that's why we are having this small mark at the top of each sofa. And if it's below the sofa, then it's going to be the lower octave. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. So the next study, which is going to be our final study of this tutorial, time and sign. Terms and sign. Terms and signs. This one of these signs is what you find in music. When you are singing, that will add melody to your song. First of all, we want to look at the group of those signs called tempo and speed. This is accelerando. When you see accelerando in your piece of music, it's actually saying gradually getting quicker. Adagio is telling us slow, but not as slow as largo. Allegro, lively, but not too fast. Allegro, quick and lively. Andante, moving along in a literal way. Andantino, flow but fairly slow. A tempo, resume the original speed. Moto, with motion. Da capo, DC, repeat from the beginning. Da signo, DC, repeat from the sign mark. As if you can, this da capo, they may just da capo, or they may just write DC. This da signal, they may just write DX, which is repeat from the sign mark. This sign mark. Music is usually repeat either to end at fine or to a double bar with a pause. Fine in music means the end. Fine means the end. Grave, not graveyard. Grave means slow and solemn. Then largo, very slow, dignified and broad in style. Let's continue. Tempo and speed. Let's continue with tempo and speed. Lento, slow and sad, but not as slow as lego, as lago. Moderato, moderate, neither fast nor slow. Moso, quicker, quicker. Presto, very quick. Tempo, time. Tempo da marcia. The key, the style or tempo of a march. Vivax, quick, quite fast and lively. Pause. This sign you see there, it means pause. This sign is just like a bar line. When you see it, it's called repeat. So, like as you're having it here, this is close repeat. You have the one that will be open repeat. We learned that in our previous class. So and on like that. So let's continue with the sign. So intensity of sound. So now we are having crescendo. You can see crescendo, or you see cris like this in short form. It means crescendo, gradually getting louder. Diminuendo, you can see it like this as dim, or diminuendo, which is gradually getting softer. Now it's common to see this and this. So then fourth, you may not see four, but you see F. You see this one like look like F, which is loud. Then fortissimo, it looks like FF. The sign that look like this F is very loud. Then mezzo forte, it look like MF, but it's not MF. This sign look like MF, is moderately loud. That is fortissimo, mezzo forte. Then mezzo piano, which is MP, look like MP, moderately soft. Piano, which is look like symbol that look like P, which is soft. We are saying moderately soft. Then piano semo, which is look like PP, it means very soft. Then forzando, which is SL, look like SL, suddenly loud. This one look like greater than, equal to, is gradually, this symbol you see is gradually softer. And looking at this at face here, it will be gradually louder. So expression. Cantabile in a singular style. Dolce, sweetly. Legati, smoothly. Mesto, sadly. When you see this symbol like this, big symbol like this, you see something like staccato, and you see something like this with door is short and detached. You see it like, you see staccato, and this is me mark, me asset, and on like that. Then as the expression to continue, if you have something like this, we have discussed it some times ago, but this is just opposite of it. If you are seeing this note is on the line and this one is on the space, those that there is something joined them together. What joined them together is called slur. Connecting the first note to the second and play the first note slightly louder than the second one. Like as we see here, E, G, and A. This one is this one is on line and space, and this one is similar, but it's on line, the same line, and they will be on the same space. So a tie. This one is called slur. This one is called a tie. Do not repeat the second note. Its value is added to that of the first note. So then look at this one. A phrase line, place or sing as one ID. A phrase mark also indicate where you should take a breath when singing. So this one, very important that you should know, slur. They are not on the same place. They are not on the same line and space. So so they will be different. For this one, they are on the same line as B. So this name will sound the same. The sound will be. We have come to the end of this class. Thank you and God bless you. We meet in the next class. Study 12, how to read him. Study 12, how to read him. So that's what we want to hard to hit. We want to just hard to hit. Just for us to have a taste of it. To read him. 1. When you are looking at your piece of music, you see the title of the tone. You see the title of the tone. It's written above the tone in capital letter. The tone title is often a place name. Name of the composer who wrote the music of the song is found on the right hand side above the printed music. Metrical index. Most hymn books indicate the metrical pattern or meter of the next which can be sung to that tone. The same tone can be used for the word of any hymn when we look at our matrica. So having the same matric, the matric refers to the number of syllables in each word of each line of the hymn. I believe that is taken. So, like example, if you look at our hymn, we have CM. Count the syllable in each line and do that for your own. Don't look at the syllable of this. That's those who compose songs, who this other song, and you are intended to compose. G socks. That is 2 syllables. So the very, true, or so that these are the syllables. Syllables or this, that is like present, rest, just 2 syllables. So that is just that. Let us look at some of the common things that we use. So this CM, common our hymn. People who are familiar with hymn must have seen or you have heard about CM. CM means common meter, having 4 lines in each standard of the hymn. Standard 1 and 3 line have 8 syllables each. 2 and 3 line have 6 syllables of the CM common meter. LM long meter having 4 lines in each standard, 8 syllables in each line. Then CM short meter having 4 lines in each standard. Standard 2, standard 1, 2 and 4 line have 6 syllables each. Standard 3 line has 8 syllables. SMD short meter double. CM, this one CM, first syllable times 2, or which is to 8 lines in each standard. 77D, that is 8 lines in each standard. 7 syllables in each line, 7 syllables in 4 line double. So and on and on like that, you can see symbol like this, and you can have an hymn that have the same things, the same syllable. So at the same syllable, and you can use the note of an hymn that have similar syllable together. This will be at the back of my hymn. So thank you and God bless. Thank you for joining us at EduLife. Thank you for joining us at EduLife for this tutorial on basic music theory for beginner, the Compega. Thank you.